There's so many victims, and it's not, the victims of this are not, they're not high risk citizens. They're, you know, your brothers, your daughters, your mother. This affects so many people.
Ashton has been using his celebrity platform to advocate for, but now you're telling me that his wife just moved out because of things that are about to unfold with the Diddy case.
Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
Christina Ricci just dropped some shocking hints about Ashton Kutcher, and it's starting to shake Hollywood. Is Ashton hiding more than just his celebrity persona? And how does this all tie into Diddy's recent controversies?
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
But what is Ricci really alluding to? Could Ashton Kutcher's spotless image be hiding darker truths?
My day job is as the chairman and the co-founder of Thorn. We build software to fight and children.
Allegations about wild parties, secretive tapes, and Hollywood's hidden connections are circling fast. Is Ashton about to be dragged into Diddy's world of controversy? Ashton Kutcher, the Hollywood nice guy and philanthropist, is now at the center of swirling rumors, thanks to none other than Christina Ricci. In a recent interview, Ricci hinted at dark secrets involving Kutcher, and people are beginning to wonder, what's really going on? Ashton has long been associated with Diddy, a man currently under scrutiny for serious allegations, and sources are now questioning just how deep their connection runs. Could Ashton's ties to Diddy threaten his carefully crafted public image? And more importantly, what did Christina Ricci mean when she said there's much more that she can't reveal? Let's get into it. Last year, Ashton and Mila found themselves knee-deep in controversy, and it's all thanks to some resurfaced clips like these.
She's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18.
Apparently, the Kutchers faced backlash which stemmed from them backing Danny Masterson, who has already faced legal consequences due to allegations of SA.
Danny Masterson has just been sentenced to 30 years to life in prison and has been ordered to register as a sex offender. A jury convicted the actor on 2 counts of rape back in May.
After the Kutchers' outspoken support for the accused, Christina Ricci boldly called them out, triggering a cascade of revelations about their own history. The 43-year-old star of the Addams family unleashed her thoughts on Instagram, urging everyone to stand by the victims. In a stark white font against a dramatic black background, Christina shared her sentiments saying, "Unfortunately, I've known lots of awesome guys who were lovely to me who have been proven to be privately. I've also had personal experience with this. Believe victims. It's not easy to come forward. It's not easy to get a conviction." In a separate slide, she continued, "So sometimes people we have loved and admired do horrible things. They might not do these things to us and we only know who they were to us, but that doesn't mean they didn't do the horrible things. And to discredit the is a crime. People we know as awesome guys can be p-daters and It's tough to accept, but we have to. If we say support victims, women, children, men, boys, then we must be able to take this stance," the note concluded. While Christina Ricci didn't drop any names, her social media posts left little to the imagination, seemingly aimed at the celebrity couple currently embroiled in a whirlwind of controversy, none other than Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. These two have been under the microscope for their unwavering support of Masterson.
When you sit with your friends and you know when their sentences are about to end.
For context, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis wrote to the court as character references, urging Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo to offer Masterson leniency in letters dated between July and August, after he was convicted in May for SA. In his letter obtained by The Hollywood Reporter, Kutcher referred to his co-star as a role model with exceptional character and explained that Masterson was the reason Kutcher didn't fall into anytime that we were to meet someone or interact with someone who was on or did. He made it clear that that wouldn't be a good person to be friends with, the Your Place or Mine star wrote. Kunis wrote in her letter that Masterson had been an exceptional older brother figure to her. She also touted his avoidance of which inspired her to stay away from substances. Danny's steadfastness in promoting a free lifestyle has been a guiding light in my journey through the entertainment world and has helped me prioritize my well-being and focus on making responsible choices, the Friends with Benefits actress added. The married duo decided to address the brewing storm with a joint video apology that hit the internet on a sultry Saturday afternoon. In their confession, they spilled the beans about how the Mastersons family had asked them to vouch for their 25-year acquaintance. They said,
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us
to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years, so that the judge could take that into full consideration.
Kutcher then added they were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that, and we're sorry if that has taken place. Critics were quick to take to X to unleash their dismay over the lawyered apology. One person referred to the apology as more like, "Sorry public, we did not know that our letter would be read publicly. We still want to support our horrible friend in court. They are not sorry." Following all this backlash, Christina reemerged on Instagram stories to clarify that she wasn't referring specifically to the Kutchers, although she admitted that recent events have made her think more about this. "What I wrote wasn't meant to seem so pointed," she began in the post to her 1.6 million followers. "It's just something I've been thinking about generally as different individuals' wrongdoings have come to light over the past couple of years, and I too have found it difficult to reconcile the person or people I knew with the things they've done," she finished. "But yes, recent events have made me think more about this." Meanwhile, Masterson's accuser called Ashton out for being connected to a mentor who was just as guilty. Chrissy Carnell Bixler took to social media to call out Kutcher, saying, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you, ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there?" Speculation began about Kutcher's actions on February 21st, 2001, the day Ellerin was taken down. "You were on speakerphone that night. You called Danny on February 21st, 2001. I hear everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor," Chrissy posted. Was she talking about Diddy? Now here is where things get messier. Ashton Kutcher's friendship with Diddy is not a secret, but the extent of their connection has come under the spotlight due to Diddy's current legal issues. Rumors have surfaced suggesting that Ashton might have known more than he's letting on about Diddy's activities. A recent source even revealed that Ashton's biggest fear right now is Diddy turning on him, exposing secrets from Hollywood's inner circle in a desperate bid to clear his name. Ashton absolutely regrets his friendship with Diddy considering what has happened, an insider told Daily Mail. He feels lied to, betrayed, taken for granted, and manipulated. The source continued, "He feels the same way about Danny Masterson. He now trusts no one except for his wife, Mila Kunis. He is going to keep his circle to his family." Having gone through Masterson's scrutiny, Kutcher is seemingly aware that his ties to Diddy could mean he'll also have to answer a question or two in his criminal indictment investigations. According to the Daily Mail, the insider said that Kutcher has fears about how this investigation will play out, and that he feels like the rapper would have no problem lying to prosecutors and tossing out some of his famous friends' names if it meant it could get him out of jail. Diddy could say anything, do anything, or turn on anyone at this point, the source continued. Everyone who is close to Diddy fears the possibility of Diddy making up false allegations to clear his own name. He does not want to get involved in this, but knows that his association means he already is, the insider shared. If he gets contacted by the authorities, he will be fully cooperative as he has nothing to hide. The source further cleared the actor from any suspicions that he may have attended one of Diddy's freak-offs, where he allegedly forced and coerced women to engage in intimacy and would often record them.
Diddy party stories, man, that was like some weird memory lane.
The insider claimed that Kutcher was seemingly left unimpressed with Diddy when a 2016 hotel surveillance footage surfaced of him physically essaying his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Ashton knows that he dug himself a hole with this one, but never in a million years did he believe that Diddy was truly doing these horrible things, the insider said. They had a genuine friendship, the source added, but when Ashton and Mila saw the video of Cassie, they realized that he was a monster and not someone they want in their life. You see, many people don't realize that Ashton Kutcher and Diddy go way back. Sean Combs has gone by a million names over the years. Started out in the 90s in NYC, back when he was P. Diddy, then Puffy, then just Love. He launched Bad Boy Records in '93, which eventually became Bad Boy Entertainment, one of the biggest names in the music biz. And he didn't just bring any old artist with him. He brought the Notorious Big, aka Christopher Wallace. That name alone was making Bad Boy Entertainment some millions a year at one point.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died.
But here's the thing, Combs wasn't just making headlines because of his music. Oh no, he was all over the place, fashion, TV shows, you name it. And this is where things get interesting. Combs found himself rubbing elbows with another A-lister, Ashton Kutcher. Yep, that's right, Diddy and Ashton were tight.
Our relationship was really bizarre. We became fast friends,
And we used to hang out, watch football together. And he came over and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you.
So how did these two link up? It all started with Punk'd. You remember that prank show on MTV, right? But Combs didn't stop there. He also produced a bunch of seasons of Making the Band on MTV, where wannabe stars competed to make it big. And during all of this, Ashton and Diddy were often spotted together at events, parties, you name it. Ashton was a regular at Diddy's famous Labor Day white party back in 2010. You know, those bougie events where everyone wears white and things probably get wild behind the scenes. Here's a fun tidbit. When Time magazine named Ashton one of the 100 most influential people that year, Diddy gushed over him saying, Ashton Kutcher is a sounding board for me. Like me, he's a mogul, a new media mogul, but we're like yin and yang. I'm in your face, and he's all cool and suave. Cute, right? Fast forward to 2019, and Ashton's on Hot Ones, getting grilled by Sean Evans while eating spicy wings. Of course, the topic of Diddy's legendary parties came up, and let's just say Ashton had a lot of stories he couldn't tell.
I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
Well, it's obvious that Ashton knew Diddy well. They partied together, hung out at exclusive events, places that now are being called into question amid Diddy's arrest. Could this friendship be Ashton's undoing? Rumors suggest that Diddy might have information that could damage several Hollywood stars, and Ashton could be one of them. Is Ashton laying low out of fear, or is there something more he's not telling us? Ashton has been praised for his work with Thorn, the anti-TF-ficking organization he co-founded. He's even testified before Congress about the importance of combating child exploitation.
My day job is as the chairman and the co-founder of Thorn. We build software to fight and children.
But now, with his connections to Diddy under scrutiny, some are questioning the sincerity of his work. Could it be that Ashton has positioned himself as a good guy to deflect from the more troubling aspects of his life? Critics are asking, how can someone who's so close to Diddy, a man accused of heinous crimes, also be a champion against? Was Ashton's role in Thorn just a calculated move to protect his image? And why did he resign from the organization? In September of last year, Ashton Kutcher stepped down as board chair of Thorn, his anti-child SA organization, raising eyebrows.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
The move came in the wake of outrage over their letters of support for Danny Masterson, who was convicted of SA-ing 2 women. Victims of SA have been historically silenced, and the character statement I submitted is yet another painful instance of questioning victims who are brave enough to share their experiences, Kutcher wrote in a Sept. 14 letter to Thorn's board, which was shared exclusively with Time. After my wife and I spent several days of listening, personal reflection, learning, and conversations with survivors and the employees and leadership at Thorn, I have determined the responsible thing for me to do is resign as chairman of the board, effectively immediately, Kutcher wrote. I cannot allow my error in judgment to distract from our efforts and the children we serve. The actor also apologized to victims of SA and other advocates for letting them down. The mission must always be the priority, and I want to offer my heartfelt apology to all victims of SA and everyone at Thorn who I hurt by what I did, he wrote to the board. And to the broader advocacy community, I am deeply sorry. I remain proud of what we have accomplished in the past decade and will continue to support Thorn's work. Thank you for your tireless advocacy and dedication to this cause. The timing is suspicious, especially with Diddy's scandal exploding and Ashton staying unusually silent. But what's truly interesting here is Mila Kunis's sudden and suspicious silence about the whole Diddy ordeal. For weeks, rumors of a split between her and Ashton have been circulating. Sources close to the couple claim that Mila is growing uncomfortable with Ashton's ties to Diddy, especially with the FBI now reportedly investigating all of Diddy's associates. Real sound from a gossip podcast discussing Ashton and Mila's split rumors. Could Mila be cooperating with authorities behind the scenes? If so, it makes sense why she's distanced herself from Ashton. She may know something explosive that could put Ashton in serious legal jeopardy. After all, she has been by his side for years and would have had access to his private world. There are even whispers that Mila has been speaking with federal investigators, providing key information that could potentially expose Ashton's role in Diddy's criminal circle. If that's true, Ashton's world could be about to come crashing down. You see, Diddy has been making headlines for weeks, arrested, locked up, and now refusing to eat. That he might be.
We're getting reports that Diddy isn't eating while in jail, and it could be because he thinks someone's trying to food.
Speculation is running wild that Sean Diddy Combs might be refusing to eat in jail, fearing he could be Epsteined, taken out and made to look like a self-harm fatality. Sources close to the situation suggest that Diddy's paranoia is through the roof, especially as his testimony could expose dirt on some of the most powerful players in the industry. Former inmate Larry Levine has fueled the rumor mill by claiming Diddy may have stopped eating altogether because he's afraid someone might his food. Levine hints that Diddy's got serious secrets on people with deep pockets and high stakes, and they might want him silenced before he can take the stand.
Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. Snoop. DJ Khaled.
For some, it's easy to brush off Diddy's fear as but for others, this is just the beginning of a much larger story. The timing is what's raising suspicion. Diddy's testimony is scheduled to happen soon, and the word on the street is that his testimony could shake the foundations of the entertainment industry. His fans fear he won't survive long enough to tell his story, a fear that's intensified after the suspicious deaths of other high-profile figures who were set to testify before Diddy. To make things worse for him, the judge recently denied his bail request. This is after Diddy tried to offer a whopping $50 million, as well as putting up his and his mom's multi-million-dollar mansions in Miami as collateral. Oh, and get this, he even offered up his passport and the passports of his children, including his 1-year-old kid who's barely old enough to walk. But despite all of that, the judge wasn't having it. They said, nope, you're staying put, essentially sending a message that Diddy isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Now, the part that's really mind-blowing is the sheer amount of money Diddy tried to use to buy his way out. A $50 million bond is no joke. And the fact that the judge didn't even blink and still said no just goes to show how serious this case is. To put it in perspective, the average bail for a serious crime in California is usually around $2 million. For that, you typically only have to come up with 10%, which is $200,000. You can pay that by putting up your house or assets as collateral. But Diddy? He offered way more, an $18 million mansion, and yet the judge still told him he's not going anywhere. In any case, while Ashton remains out of the spotlight, Diddy's scandal is blowing up in ways no one saw coming. Usher deleting tweets, other celebrities distancing themselves. It's clear this case is shaking Hollywood to its core. But Ashton, usually so vocal, is nowhere to be found. Could it be that he's scared that his past with Diddy might resurface in the worst possible way? Some speculate that Ashton is terrified that Diddy could spill everything to protect himself, possibly making up false allegations or exposing Ashton's role in the Hollywood underworld. As more details come to light, it's clear that Ashton Kutcher is not just a Hollywood star. He's deeply connected to some of the industry's darkest secrets. But was his fight against a genuine effort? Or was it a calculated move to protect himself and those closest to him? As Diddy's case unfolds, Ashton might soon find himself in the crossfire of an explosive Hollywood scandal. Could the panic we see now be just the tip of the iceberg? With all the evidence we've gathered, from Ashton's connections to Diddy, to his sudden resignation, to the accusations from those who know him best, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. What we once thought was Ashton Kutcher's heroic stand against human might just be a smokescreen. And as Diddy's trial moves forward, we might finally learn the real reason Ashton was so desperate to lead that fight. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.